Hi everyone and welcome to today's reading. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. My name is Lindy, this is Much Love Tarot. Welcome everyone. Today we are going to be taking a deep dive into reconciliation between you and your person. What would happen if there were to be reconciliation at this time for you guys? I also want to take a look at just again more like the in-depths of what's going on or what would happen or what's the status quo of again reconciliation at this time for the two of you. Let me start with all the announcements first. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so not all messages might resonate for you. Only take what resonates. If one pile does not resonate for you, then feel free to pick a different pile or pick a different video from my channel. It can also be that I am just not your reader, and that's totally fine as well. Keep in mind you can also still book private readings if you're interested in those. You'll find my email address in the description box below. Send me an email, I'll get back to you with all the information that you need to know about that. There's also a Linktree link in the description box. If you go over there, you'll find everything from my Instagram, my TikTok account. For anyone that feels generous and would like to make a donation, different ways to do that as well. Or you can just click on the super thanks button here on YouTube as well. I think those were all the announcements. So let's take a look at the piles that we have for here. I kind of hit them a little bit, the cards, or I tried to. This one kind of failed. But just to have you stick around a little bit. Let's take a look. Pile number one, you are gonna be this object right here, which actually is a, how do you say that? Like to stick between your pages when you're reading. I don't know how you call it in English. Let me know in the comments what this is called. Yeah, this little object right here, as well as the card where they're shaking their hands with card number 19 for pile number one. Let me put it like this so you can have a little bit of a better look. Okay, that was for pile number one. Pile number two, you are gonna be this oyster shell, which used to have a pearl in it. For pile number two, with this card, which is the star, card number 26 for pile number two. And pile number three, as you probably already saw as well, you are going to be my rose quartz pendulum with number 4, which are the keys. 2 keys. And the pendulum for pile number 3. So if you need some more time to figure out which pile belongs to you, then you can pause the video here, and otherwise I will talk to you guys in your reading. Hi, pile number one. So if you chose this little book thing, again, I still don't know what it's called, and the handshake here with card number 19, then this is gonna be your reading today. So we're gonna be taking a look at what would happen if there would be reconciliation between you and your person. First off, I kind of want to have a control question to take a look at how did it end last time, any contributing factors that caused you guys to have a breakup or an ending of the connection first. If that does not resonate, then you know that this is not your pile or this message is not for you today. With card number 19, again, what would happen if there would be reconciliation? I definitely feel that there should be good negotiating, that everyone knows what the other one expects. Promises being made and not keeping them lightly, but also like not making promises that you cannot keep. Almost like a business deal, right? Where you have this conversation of understanding and then, you know, standing it across each other and then shaking each other's hands, as in like, I'm putting my trust in you. I'm putting my trust in your words. Because words is all that we have as people, right? Trusting people on their word, being able to trust each other again on their words. So yeah, first off, let me take a look at what happened. Let's call this the prequel, right? What happened before this situation that you are in right now? What made you guys have a breakup, what factors played a part, or just like what happened here, as a bit of a control question. So pile number 1, how did it end last time? How did it end for you and your person last time? Okay, let me gather everything. We have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck, we had the Chariot. The Chariot. For some of you, like straight up, for some of you, it was a cheating thing that someone cheated. Again, this is only if you know about this, right? If you're like, they cheated, then that's not yours. For others of you, there might have been trust issues with some of you. I feel like one of the two had the trust issues and the other one, or maybe even the same person. But with that Knight of Wands, that's energy of, you know, very flirtatious person, a bit loose boundaries, enjoying the moment, living in the moment, not thinking about consequences, not wanting to label things, taking it very, very slow, but still that Tower is like sudden change, sudden upheaval, where for some of you it felt like things were going great, you guys were going slow, but having high hope for the future, moving forward, and then all of a sudden, like, bam, you know, shit hit the fan. Self-sabotage is definitely what I'm seeing here. I feel like it kind of just like built up to the point where it kind of like broke down and like needed a break, needing to have some time to take for themselves to look back at, okay, what happened? How did we get here? As well as, what do I want? Just taking, I feel like a little bit of a break here. Still high hope for this connection. Almost like wrong timing as well, that one of the two, or maybe the both of you, were not ready for this level of commitment and connection, and it was just not working well. Maybe a little bit of immaturity, again, overthinking, maybe even jealousy. I kind of want to say self-control, but in the sense of like not being able to either control the jealousy or, again, shooting themselves a little bit in the foot with that self-sabotager behavior. For some of you, it might even have been that one of the two always kind of like wanted to win an argument, right? They were like, I'm winning this, I want to like come on top, but didn't realize, one, how badly they hurt the other person by doing so, and two, that they might have won the battle, but they lost the war, right? With that Four of Swords, again, needing a little bit of a break or a step back of like, what happened? Because to them, I feel like it almost came out of nowhere. For you, I don't know why I'm seeing that's them and you. Anyway, again, that's one of the two. The other person, I feel like, saw this happening and saw this building and building and building, where there was genuine surprise of like, how did you not, like, how did this tower, like, how did you not see this happening, right? Like, you treated me like shit, so how did you not see it? A little bit immature energy here. So yeah, I think this is a good answer for the control question. If this did not resonate for you at all, then this is not going to be your pile. I suggest you to pick either a different pile or a different video from my channel. If this explanation to you just clearly told you that I'm not your reader, that's totally fine too. I wish you all the best, but we will be moving on with the next question, which is, what would happen if you guys had a reconciliation right now at this time? Pile number 1. What would happen if you guys had a reconciliation at this time? What would happen? Okay. We have a lot to say. So let's see. We have the 6 of Wands, the Death card, the 6 of Pentacles, the Fool, the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, we have so much. Let's see if I can scooch a little bit so we can see everything clearly. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups for you guys and the Hanged Man underneath that. What would happen if you guys had reconciliation at this time? There is a chance for the one of you to develop your emotions quickly. So pay attention to that. Anyway, like a lot of love is what I'm seeing, because I do feel that there is love between the two of you. Again, with that handshake here, that talks about like trusting each other again, putting that trust as well as clear communication. Everyone knows what the expectation is from the other party and wanting to uphold the promises made. 6 of Wands, small victories. So I love that. Death card is transformative energy. I don't think it's going to be continuing where you left off. I definitely feel it's a new thing, a new beginning, transformative energy. I think you both did a lot of learning growing up, transforming your energy. The Fool, again, new beginnings, new starts. Knight of Pentacles, I definitely suggest taking it very, very slow. Because the Knight of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords are both here again. So in that sense, doing the same thing that you did back then when it comes to taking it slow. And after every step that you take, you know, take some time to settle in and get used to it. Not like trying to, okay, this is going well. Okay, let's continue. Let's go to the next step. As long as we have this momentum, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, this is going well. Next step, right? Take your time, let it settle in. The moment you get like bored, that's where you're like, okay, let's see if we can get, you know, very slowly, taking it very slowly, but taking each step cautiously. If everyone's still feeling fine, everyone's still feeling okay. With that 2 of Wands as well, like I feel like there is some sort of like choice that needs to be made as to in what direction are we going in with this. Again, when dating this person, I saw this TikTok the other day where I kind of feel like this, where in dating, there are different steps, right? You go from on a date to see if you want to go on multiple dates with this person. Do you want to be exclusively dating this person? To, I don't know, like living together, to marriage, to children, to, you know, the next step every time. And when we start dating someone, we feel like, okay, do I already see myself marrying this person? Which is like, no, let's not focus on all the next steps. Let's just focus on the step that we are in right now. Are we comfortable with that? Or do we like where we're at? Yes, okay, then we can take a look at the next step. Still not far ahead as in marriage, children, whatever. The next step. Do I want to go on a second date with you? Or multiple dates with you? And taking it like that, very, very slow. Again, treat this as if this is a completely new relationship, connection, dating option, right? Yes, you have history, but unless you want to relive that history, treat it as if it is a new one. Because again, with that handshake, you cannot give each other the hand or agreement if you continue where you left off, because there was a break of trust there. So you want to continue like this is a new thing. So if there would be reconciliation before shaking each other the hand, if there needs to be something said from the past that still is bothering you or is still something that's there, that needs to be discussed in order to have a clear ending. If you're to the point where like, no, I had that clear ending, like I understand there's a lot of time that came over this, we can take a look at this as if we're just like, we've never met each other, because we are different people, right? I don't know this person, this version of this person right now. I definitely feel that there is a lot of fun that you can have with this person. I definitely feel there's more of you paying more attention to your own feelings and your own emotions. Am I still happy? Rather than are we happy? Or trying to make the other person happy in this connection. First and foremost, and I feel like that's what's happening here, is you want you to be happy first. When you're happy, then we can take a look like, oh, are you happy as well? And if not, how can we work towards that? And it is working towards that a way that still keeps my happiness high as well. Where you just put yourself in number one, which I absolutely love. Everyone should. With that Six of Pentacles, I do feel that one of the two, not necessarily that there is an imbalance here, but I feel like one of the two might be giving more than the other one. Again, if that's something where you're like, I'm just a very giving and loving person, and they show that they care and love you in a different way than you would, and that works and you're happy, then I'm happy too. Just pay attention a little bit. I kind of want to clarify that Six of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Tower. Yeah, again, if there are things that you feel like you need to say before starting this connection, say it. Because I feel like there might be a little bit of a feeling of, oh, they need to prove themselves, or they need to work harder or give me more, or, they need to put in 60% effort where I put in 40, just because of the past. There might still be some lingering things here. Again, take a look at that if that resonates for you before. Because again, with that handshake, you need, in order to have reconciliation with this person, you need to be able to look each other in your eyes, and you need to be able to trust each other with your emotion, with your heart. And if you cannot do that, I would suggest either not have reconciliation, or, like I said, have open communication. Where is this coming from? Because as long as it's there, that's something that you're going to bring into this connection. So it can get a little complicated. Just, pay attention to it. Look into it. And make a choice. Which direction am I going to go in? Are we going to hold on to the past and hold that above their head? Or are we going to have a new start, new fresh beginnings? Everything that needed to be said is said. There's understanding. There is a recognition of each other's growth and transformation, and understanding that, one, you guys are totally new versions of yourself, and two, there is a curiosity of wanting to get to know this version of them. Okay. That was a bit, I feel like that was a little bit of like me being a tough teacher. But let's add some more air and light into this. So what would happen if there would be reconciliation. What would happen, pile number 1, if there would be reconciliation? We have empowerment as well as truth. Love that. I kind of feel like there's empowerment in truth, or in truth you find your empowerment. Again, I definitely feel that there are some things that need to be said. Some revelations of truth, as well as maybe even holding a little bit of a mirror up against them, where it's like, this is how you made me feel. Your actions, in particular, this, and this actions made me feel this way. Feeling empowered into, you know, feeling, how do you say, like, trust yourself that you can speak up or find that strength to actually talk about this. Again, you are no longer that version of yourself that dealt with this situation before, right? You're a new version of yourself. And again, speaking your truth, one, shows that to the other person. And two, makes you feel better about yourself as well. More empowered. Strong. Again, putting yourself first place. For some of you, there might be some fear of if I get in, because for some of you, the person that you were with this person before is not a person that you like, right? That version of you don't like. You didn't like seeing, you felt maybe helpless, you felt like crap. And there might be a little bit of, I think fear is a little bit of a big word, but maybe doubt of, can I maintain this new version of myself when I'm again around this person? Not knowing if they have changed completely. Will you lose yourself again? That fear a little bit. Again, the moment you speak your truth, keep your boundaries, I think you're going to be all right. Because I feel like, again, this new version of yourself, you don't want to lose that. Okay, we also have metamorphosis, and ride the wave. Ride the wave. So yeah, I definitely feel that this is a connection that is all about transformation. Again, I definitely feel that you guys both have gone through a major transformation. There might be a little bit of like cautiousness and doubts, and just like, again, taking it just very slow to see what type of transformation happened, if it's like something that you can trust. I definitely feel that there is a lot of fun and there is true feelings and true emotions here in this connection. Again, a major transformation for the both of you. So ride the wave. Again, go with the flow. If you're like, if you are enjoying the flow, ride it. If you're enjoying this moment, again, take it slow. Don't rush into it where it's like, oh, I'm enjoying it. Okay, next step. Oh, I'm enjoying this as well. Okay, next step, right? No. Take your time. I feel like this is just, okay. I feel like I'm repeating everything I'm saying. What do we want? What do we want? Let's see. I kind of want to get some like advice and guidance. But I honestly feel like I'm just going to repeat what it is that I've said. But let's take a look. Pile number 1. Some advice and guidance for you guys on this. Some advice and guidance. Okay, we don't have a lot, but that's fine. Let's take a look. We have memories and nostalgia. We have self-love, creation, and intentions. And we have release, surrender, and purge. Release, surrender, and purge. And then at the bottom, we have integration and union as the overall energy. Integration and union. So yeah, what would happen if there would be reconciliation? I definitely feel that you guys can work this out. Again, there needs to be a release, a purge of the old versions of who you guys were when you were together. More self-love. Focus on, what do I want? Am I happy? What type of intentions do I have for this connection? Where would I like it to go? But as well as staying in the present, right? What do you want from this relationship right now? Nostalgia, memories. So it can be good to have nostalgia, or for some of you, I feel like it can even be like where you have good memories with this person from the past, that you think about a lot or reminisce a lot. It can be a good idea to have similar dates, right? Where you go to that place again and have a similar date, for almost to, not to like replace it, but to like double it, right? So you can have that memories in like this new relationship with this person. Again, that's like a fun little idea, right? If you're into that. But yeah, definitely a letting go of the old relationship, the old versions of yourself, and being open to meet this new person that might look similar to the person you dated before. They might have, like, that's how you should look at this person, right? Where it's like, oh, you look similar, like you look like someone that I dated before, or oh, you're having the same quirky characteristic of your, you know, who you are as my ex, and I love that about him. And like, so see them as a totally new person, getting to know them again. Okay. I feel like I've been spending like 25 minutes just like talking and talking and talking, when in the bottom line it just comes to, what would happen if there's reconciliation? There should be a conversation of old things that happened in the previous relationship with them, that needs to be talked about, needs to be acknowledged, and needs to be left in the past. Again, released. If you can do that, then you hopefully can shake each other the hand with that handshake, look into each other's eyes, trust each other, and make promises to each other, so that, like, clear communication of what your expectations are from them, as well as what are their expectations of you. If that is clear, if there is that trust, then you guys can move forward. I definitely feel that there is, if you can get to that step, I feel like this is a very fun relationship that you guys can integrate in like a good, healthy, mature way. Again, good communication, being able to speak truth and for the other person to listen, very mature energy, taking things very, very slow, but just having fun along the process and just ride the wave, go with it. And with each step, just sometimes, even if you think like, obviously I'm happy, just like take a step back and go like, am I happy? Like contemplate, like not to question, like, am I sad? No, but like, how am I feeling about this right now? If it's still happy, good, then we can continue. If it's like, well, I'm feeling kind of something, then that might be a thing that's a good thing to talk about with them, and to, again, more of a healthier relationship is kind of what I'm seeing here with reconciliation. So yeah, I kind of want to leave it here for you guys, pile number one. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If I spend too much time talking bullshit, let me know as well. Maybe I should edit the readings. I don't want to add the readings, but okay. Anyway, like the video if you enjoyed watching it, so I know that I can make more of this type of question in the future for you guys. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I'm very much open to hear them. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go kick ass. And yeah, have an awesome day, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number two. So if you chose this pile with the star in the little oyster oyster shell. That is going to be your reading. Is this an oyster shell? I don't know. There was a pearl in this shell that I got out of it, as well as the star with card number 26. And this is going to be your reading. Again, we are taking a look at what would happen if there is going to be reconciliation between you and your person. I do want to start with a control question. Just to see if this is your pile, we are going to take a look at the question, how did things end between the two of you? And if that resonates, then you know that this is your pile. If it does not, then I suggest to even pick a different pile or a different video, or after that explanation, you're like, you're not my reader, then that's totally fine too. The star. Usually in the tarot, the star talks about high hope. Holding beautiful high hope, putting in energy, the free, how do you say that? Oh my God, words. Anyway, like trying to attract things as well. However, in the Gypsy deck, which we are using here, the star talks about our inner light as well, going inwards for answers, getting in contact with that inner star and listening to your intuition. What is it saying about this connection? Again, with that pearl. Oh my God, my English words are like gone. With this shell here as well. I feel like there is also a feeling of, again, in this shell, there was a pearl where I feel like for some of you, there is a feeling of your internal intuition is telling you that you don't trust this, or for some reason you don't. There's some hesitation when it comes to reconciling with this person. And that reconciliation comes from, what if there is a pearl within this shell? What if this is my desire of a connection, of a relationship, right? Almost like putting this person up on a pedestal before you even take a look at everything. Okay, anyway, that was a brain fart. Let's take a look at the cards. So, control question. How did things end between you and your person the last time? What were the contributing factors of this breakup, of this no contact, of this however the situation is between the two of you right now? So let's take a look. Pile number 2. How did things end between you and your person? How did things end between the two of you? Let's see what we have on this one. I want that one. I kind of want to get some more, but let's see what we have so far. We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay. Underneath that, we do have the Ace of Cups. I'm definitely feeling some sort of imbalance, that one of the two might wanted to get into a more serious relationship and the other one was less inclined to get into something serious, just wanting to have fun. Maybe even been given an ultimatum as well. We have the Emperor, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. And then we have the Six of Pentacles as the overall energy. I feel like, again, one of the two was more invested in this connection than the other person. One of the two was giving. The other one was just like taking. I think, again, just a little bit of an imbalance. One of the two was really much thinking, okay, what's best for the connection? What's best for the both of us? Even sacrificing their own happiness at times. And the other one was more, again, more free-spirited, more less explore. For some of you, it might even be that this is going to be very specific, but for one or two of you, I'm feeling that your person, or maybe you, but what I'm leaning more to the other person, you found out that they were either dating other people or on dating apps, or flirting with people, or like at least like keeping a broad spectrum, right? Looking with a broad mind, not just like you and the connection, but like, oh, like anything that comes, you know, a little bit, again, a bit more free spirited. Where if there were like situation that needed, I don't know, I don't want to say like emergency, but when something happened, one of the two ran to action. And the other one was just like, well, I'm just here, right? Having fun. I'm just enjoying myself. Like, there's no need. Like, you know, let other people deal with that. I'm like, you know, so I feel like there was like a I almost want to say mixed match, right? You were guys were very, very different. And that might be what attracted you to the other person, to each other. But in the end, that was where it's like almost like impossible. Where one, I definitely feel one of the two didn't feel supported, didn't feel where, okay, if you went through something, I would be here for you. And now that you are going through something, the other person is not there for you the way that you would for them, right? And that just kind of like broke you or the other person, kind of depends. But yeah, an imbalance of one giving, the other one receiving. That worked at the beginning, but in the end, it was just like, oh. So this is how it ended, is kind of what I'm feeling. This is kind of what went like, okay, I cannot continue the way that I have. So yeah, I kind of feel like this is it for you guys. So if this did not resonate for you at all, like I said, then this might not be your pile. Feel free to pick either a different pile or a different video from my channel. If after this you decide that I am not the reader for you, that's totally fine as well. Then I wish you all the best moving forward. So yeah, let's take a look. Pile number 2. What would happen if you would reconcile with this person in this moment right now? What would happen if there was reconciliation between pile number 2 and their person right now? Okay. Let's see what we have so far. We have the 9 of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, the Emperor, the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Lovers. Like, this is a better choice. Okay. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Love that, but I kind of want to get 2 more for you guys. So pile number 2, what would happen if there would be reconciliation at this time? We have the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. Okay, that's the opposite of the Sun. And then we have the Devil underneath the deck. That's like the opposite. I'm a bit thrown off because I was like the Sun. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful energy. And then we have like the Devil and I'm like, oh, curveball. Okay. I definitely feel that, I don't know, for some of you, this might even be a soul connection, a twin flame, or a karmic partner. Karmic cycles. Very triggering. I feel like very high highs and very low lows as well. Okay, attraction, very much here still. Very, very much here. Again, we do still have that Emperor. I feel like, again, the Emperor energy is about, you know, taking everyone's interest moving forward. 9 of Cups, I definitely feel that you have grown a lot as a person. In the way of you now just like putting yourself on number 1, you wanting to be loved, feel loved, and if that's not a thing, then you're not going with it. I definitely feel that this is still something that needs to be worked on, learning how to deal with each other, not necessarily wanting to change each other or control each other. The over energy of the devil, there is fear here. Yes, we had the sun, but we also have the devil, that I feel like, that there are feelings of happiness and feeling content, and again, feeling happy in this connection. However, there are also underlying fears here, which is understandable. For some of you, one of the two might have commitment issues, fear of commitment, maybe even control issues. Or like traumas, triggers in the past, gotten really hurt and now have a fear of commitment, or fear to settle down, or fear to give everything, right? And something I always say is, when you know where your behavior is coming from, which again, I feel like is coming from that hurt, then at that moment, you can no longer use that as an excuse, because then you know what the issue is, and either you can choose to work on that, get help for that, and work your ass off so that type of behavior, like this hurt, doesn't get triggered anymore, or you choose to go like, well, that happened, so that's why I react that way. That's a choice, right? So again, I definitely feel that this is something that need to be worked on still in this connection. I definitely feel that there is more of a they are more inclined to work on that. For you as well, for them though, like, it's a relationship, so balance, so both of you need to work on stuff together. Because that Five of Cups, I feel like, can be a little bit where your person might just a little bit turn into that victim state of, oh, this happened to me, I cannot help it, this just like happens. Because this is what I see, right? They have lost 3 cups here, with a lot of that hurt and a lot of that pain in the past. Whether they've lost that on their own doing or someone else doing, we don't know. We see those 3 empty cups. And honestly, I don't care how they ended up being empty. Would you please focus? What are you focusing on? Anyway, it's not wanting to focus. Okay, let me put it like that. So yeah, I don't care where those 3 empty cups come from. The fact is, they are here, right? And what I'm seeing is her pouring out the 4th cup, right? By going, oh, I don't have much. They were taking from me. Oh, a little bit self-pity as well as self-sabotage, like deliberately putting it like away. And she still has some, right? Where I feel like there's a need for, again, hard work to no longer feel that victimized. Whether or not they are victims is not up for debate. That's not the point, right? That might sound cruel, but I feel like having a practical look at it. Again, I'm looking at this from like a life coaching perspective, right? How things happen, I don't care. It's the trauma that I care about. Again, they need to look at the trauma. The Lovers, again, I do feel a connection here between the two of you, a strong soul connection. However, it's also a choice. I'm also seeing a choice. There's a lot of learning and a lot of growing happening if there is reconciliation. Going off of the attraction and the connection between the two of you is not gonna be enough. There is a lot of, again, learning, growing, maybe even therapy. For some of you, this might also be a person that's very material oriented, ego very high. Maybe even a little bit against either therapy or help in general, right? And from your side, I feel a lot of just like hope. Okay, I don't want to sound that you are like a damsel in distress. They are just like this tough macho, but like, again, I do feel that this could work with a lot of hard work. I don't know the situation between the two of you. I don't know, like for some of you, you might have had children with this person, wanting to make it work again with an emperor for everyone involved. But it does require, like, this is like straight up, it does require hard work. It's not gonna be, oh, we are both changed people and now, you know, we can ride off into the sunset on this attraction and hope and being in love with the idea of what this connection could turn out to be. Because if you know me, I'll tell it to you straight. But yeah, it's also not that gloom to the fact that I would say, oh, don't get involved. Right? But it does require two people to choose this connection, this relationship, let go of their ego and work as a team together. What is best for the both of us? Not what I want to make happen, but what's the best for both of us. However, with that, there's a fine line between I want what's best for both of us and sacrificing yourself for that, right? The Nine of Cups, I do want to say, put yourself first, put the relationship second, put the other person third. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm being too cruel. I don't know. Am I cruel? Oh my god, maybe. Okay, I'm already seeing that. I shouldn't. Okay, focus, Lindy. Focus. What else? Pile number 2. I feel like this is going to be such a messy reading for you guys today. Okay. Just because I don't want to come across as an asshole, which I feel like I am. But let's see what we have. We have come together. See, look what I said. Again, I do have hope for this connection, but it does require you guys coming together and like taking little steps, right? Little steps. Come together, work together to create something beautiful. We have a balancing act. Yes. Find the perfect balance for love to flourish. We have the goblins. So seeing the things for what they are. Don't, because for some of you, you might see things a little bit too pessimistic or seeing demons where there are none. And I definitely feel good communication and gaining clarity on the situation is going to help you move forward with that goblins as well. If you look at it, you're like, holy moly, I don't want to come across those middle of the night. But when you take a look at the goblins, they are just little woodland creatures that are super cute. Not to say that they don't bite, but you know, they don't seem as threatening as just those glowing eyes in the dark. So gaining clarity and open communication. And then we also have moonlight. Again, with the there's also an owl here. So listening to your intuition as well. Seeing reality for what it is. Again, clarity. Learn, grow. Get to know the goblins before you make any, you know, before you trust on your feelings or your emotions and you're just like, yes, right? Because I definitely, again, that devil energy, that's attraction, right? The connection between the two of you is insane. But this relationship does not stand a chance if you just trust on that. And I feel like this is such, I have seen so many like opportunities here for this connection to thrive. Because for some of you, again, I am going a little bit gloomy. For like most of you, actually, is that I do feel, again, that Nine of Cups, that you are very confident, that you love yourself, that you know, you're not someone to be played with or again so in distress. Again, I kind of feel like maybe I've been painting it like that, which was not my intent. Okay, let's see what else. Pile number 2. What else? Okay. The one that popped out is already confidence. Confidence. And we have happiness. Love that. Confidence, happiness. That's how you should feel in this connection. If that's how you feel, then I love this. Then I absolutely love this. Because, yeah, I think that's just the emotions that you should be feeling in this connection moving forward. Confident, happy, ready to get working on this. Because again, I feel a very strong soul connection here. So when you guys make this work, nothing can stop you guys. So those are the emotions to definitely take an eye on. If you don't feel that way, then you should maybe second guess a little bit. Why am I not feeling this? What is going on? We have spy, watching and inspecting, renewal and spark, separation and longing, message, travel, communication, and growth with summer. So for some of you, it might have been the case that there is some distance between the two of you. Again, this connection, there is like a strong connection here, maybe even longing for each other. The spark is definitely here. There is some looking at each other's Instagram or social media, a message coming in here. I definitely feel that there is a lot of growing and a lot of growth and maturing that happened on both ends. I definitely want to say, like, learn, get to know each other again. Take it slow. Again, that spark, that's very hard to resist is kind of what I'm feeling. But yeah, get to know each other on a deeper level. Can we make this work? Because I feel like you guys can. But there needs to be, again, a realistic look at it. Because it is going to be still hard work, that Eight of Pentacles. Because for some of you, again, that ego doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? I honestly kind of want to leave it here. So what would happen if there would be reconciliation? A lot of hard work, a great connection, something that you guys can make work as long as you would do it together, a very balanced, not one of the other feeling used or feeling like you are pulling the carriage by yourself. A relationship connection where you feel confident and happy. And there might be a little bit of mystery, but enough of reality where you have clarity. So pay attention to that. Again, I definitely feel that if you don't feel confident or you don't feel happy in this relationship, or the idea of getting into a relationship makes you nervous, or again, not that energy, then it might be a good thing to have a conversation with them to get some more clarity. Because again, going off of that spark alone is not going to be enough. Some work needs to happen here. And you need to come together to do that. But I definitely feel the opportunity or possibility here for that, for most of you. So yeah, I kind of want to leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated and it gave some insight or clarity. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If I did too much yapping, let me know as well. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, also, like the video if you enjoyed watching it, so I know that I can make more of this type of question for you guys in the future as well. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome rest of your day, And yeah, go get them. Have a kick-ass day on purpose, and then hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number 3. So if you chose the rose quartz pendulum with the keys card, number 4, then this is going to be your reading today. So we are going to be looking into the question, reconciliation. What would happen if there would be reconciliation between you and your person? I do want to start with a little bit of a check question. Like, how did it end between the two of you? To take a look at if this is your pile. If that part of the reading does not resonate, then this might not be your pile. So feel free then to pick a different pile or a different video from my channel. If after that you decide that I am not your reader, then that's totally fine too. But let's take a look. The keys. Card number 4, pile number 3. If there would be reconciliation, what would happen? With that, the keys as well as the pendulum, I get a deep feeling of you already know the answer to that. Like, listen to your intuition. You already have the key to that answer. As well as the keys also stand for trusting someone with the keys to your heart. Can you trust this person with everything that you own, everything that you have, anything that makes you, happy, all that? And again, the pendulum should suggest the answer to that. Okay, let's first just take a look at how did things end between the two of you the last time. Pile number 3. How did things end between pile number 3 and their person the last time? What were contributing factors? What happened? We have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, Karma, which is judgments, the 9 of Swords, the King of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Hermit, the Sun, and the 10 of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands as well as the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely feel, to start, some emotional detachment, emotionally walking away, maybe even not ready for this connection. Judgment is reflection as well as like, am I ready? For some of you, like, how do you say that? Point blank, karma happened. For like 2 of you. For others of you, I feel like it might have been a little bit complicated with that 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. I think this is something that had been dragging along. Things have been like slowly decreasing again. Someone emotionally getting detached from the other, already stepping away, where the other one was still holding hope, still holding on to that feeling of happiness. I feel like there might have been unclear communication, again, with that detachment happening, and then all of a sudden they're just like giving it like straight. For some of you, there might have been some distance involved here as well, that there was some distance between the two of you, physical distance, and that turned into taking a little bit of an emotional distance as well, not being able to see each other again. What else? For others of you, I'm feeling that one of the two might not didn't feel their best selves and felt like they needed some time with themselves to find like answers, to figure out who they are, what they want, all that. And so decided to either have a little bit of a break or, again, a little bit of a step back, not having the energy or focus for this relationship as well. Okay, let me take a look. Why is that Queen of Wands here? We have the Emperor, the Wheel of the Year, the World, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, feeling like they had to make a tough decision. For some of you, I'm feeling that this might even be that, like, there is a feeling of immaturity. Again, not ready for commitment like this. Wrong timing. They were not ready, so they made the hard decision to end this connection. Kind of what I'm feeling. Even though it was a very, very hard decision for them to make. So yeah, I think this is basically, again, what I'm seeing. So if this does not resonate for you, then this probably is not your reading. Feel free to pick a different pile or a different video from my channel if this did not resonate. After this, if you decide that I am not your reader, that is totally fine. I'm wishing you all the best. However, I am gonna move forward. So let's take a look. Pile number 3. After that happened, now, in the right now, what would happen if you guys had a reconciliation right now? Pile number 3, what would happen if there would be reconciliation between you and your person right now? We have the Wheel of the Year, the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Fool. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups as well as the Five of Pentacles. I'll add that one in as well. I feel like this is more of like a better timing, a more mature connection, relationship, celebration, new beginnings. The overall energy with that Six of Cups, definitely like reminiscing old memories, as well as the recognition that there might have been a little bit of immaturity, or that you have been, like, grown more, became more mature, more ready for a connection like this. However, that Five of Pentacles is still a feeling of lack of doubt, scarcity. As well as with that Four of Pentacles, maybe a little bit more closed off. Again, holding that key to your heart, right? Not opening up, I don't know. I don't want to go as far as like not trusting them, but when it comes to, you do trust them, but like with your heart and with everything, you know? I definitely feel that now it is more balanced. You guys are more in balance, more ready as well. With that High Priestess, there might be a little bit of, like, the High Priestess talks about your intuition, right? Trusting your intuition, following your intuition, as well as she is a bit mysterious, which can be fun, but it can be a hard time when it comes to not being, you know, opening up. Okay, let me take a look. Because with that Four of Wands, I definitely feel that now it feels more like coming home to this person, celebrating, creating a home, feeling comfortable. But why is that Wheel of the Year here? Let me take a look. Why is the Wheel of the Year here? We have karma again, and we have strength. Yeah, okay. So I feel like there might be a question of, for you, where you're like, okay, is this just a lesson that I need to learn, or is this now for real? Right? Because if this is something where it's like a lesson again, where you shouldn't have taken it type of lesson, you're just going to be that much more disappointed in yourself, where you're like, oh, I knew it, I shouldn't have trusted, you know, like that. Where I'm just having a lot of good vibes with this. I don't see that doubt here. The Two of Cups as well is like, vowing to each other, again, giving each other's keys, because it's not just you giving your keys to them, it's also them giving their keys to you. Having a good connection. Again, more mature. I feel like, but that, like that closed offness and that feeling of lack, I feel like is just like, you know, I don't want to say natural, but like kind of. Okay, why is that 5 of Pentacles here real quick? Why's the 5 of Pentacles here? We have the Tower and we have the Magician. Yeah, again, I feel like there's just fear of what am I manifesting? Is this gonna be something that's gonna break me down again now that I have been trying to build it up? I don't want to rebuild it again. I don't want to manifest. I do feel that you have been manifesting this. Pay attention that feeding into that feeling of lack, that is going to be what you're manifesting. So pay attention to that. What do you want to manifest? And it's not going to be that lack feeling, because then that's just going to grow. A bit closed off, but I honestly feel good about this. Pile number 3. Definitely feel good about this. More well-balanced, more mature, both ready to give that love a new, totally new beginning. Doing things differently, more balanced, better communicating, trusting your intuition moving forward. For some of you, distance might still be a thing, and then again, trusting your intuition is key. Okay, what else? Pile number 3. What would happen if you guys had reconciliation at this time? We have listening. We have the Golden Palace as well as Rock Bottom. Again, I feel very well balanced between Rock Bottom and the Golden Palace. I feel like that's the lowest low and that's the highest high. And then with that listening, again, with that 2 of Pentacles as well, and listening, trying to maintain the balance in between there. I don't think it's good. For some of you, it might even be a rocky start coming from the bottom, working towards that Golden Palace. I feel like this is just about, as well, with that listening to your intuition, listening to what it is that you're trying to manifest. Are you trying to manifest that Golden Palace or that Rock Bottom, with that feeling of lack here as well? Also, listening to what the other person is saying, listening to their actions. Are their words matching up with their actions? Again, I feel some caution here, which I feel like is valid, because you are, you know, contemplating giving the key to your heart again, which is a decision that's not easy to make. However, you need to be open to listen. People are not perfect. They are going to say stupid shit and things that they don't mean. What do their actions tell you? Okay, what else? Pile number 3. What's going to happen here? We have fertility and we have transformation. Fertility and transformation. Because yes, I did feel, again, I feel a beautiful connection here, that this really could turn really well. Acceptance of that transformation. I feel like this is just a thing where you kind of just have to go through it to really trust the transformation that they have gone through, as well as trust the transformation that you have gone through. I definitely feel that this is a connection where, for some of you, you might even have children with this person. But just like I feel like a new beginning of something very great for most of you. Of course, it's not all going to be beautiful sunshine and, you know, readiness, but I feel like if you're open to it. So let's take a look. Pile number 3, some advice and guidance. Holy moly. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let me take a look at what we have. We have stability, harmony, and flow. So just going with the flow. We have wish fulfillment, limitations and fears, growth with summer. We have separation and longing, closed off, guarded and resistance, receive and open, and guarded and vulnerability. Again, guarded. At the bottom of the deck, we have self-love, creation, and intentions. What do you want to create? What is the intention? As well as, of course, self-love here. Closed offness. Opening up. Because I do feel, again, that wish fulfillment, as well as the manifestation, just... I feel like this could be that, right? The wish fulfillment. However, there are a lot of fears that are clouding that. Move beyond that, have that growth, being open to receive. Of course, it's okay to be a little bit guarded and not open it up completely. However, there is a difference between being guarded with your vulnerability and just being closed off and resistance. Because then it's also going to be an internal struggle between the longing as well as like the protecting yourself from what, as well as, again, self-love, creation, intentions. What are your intentions? And again, being more open to receive, going a little bit with the flow. Because are you at some point gonna get hurt in this connection? Yes. 100%. But you are gonna get hurt in any connection, whether that's friendships, families, love interests, colleagues. At some point, someone's gonna say something that hurts, or, you know, we're human, we're not perfect, we are gonna get hurt. So yeah, in the end, yes, you are gonna get hurt. Simple as that. It's how you deal with it. Or at least someone, you know, will say something that they will try to. I honestly feel, pile number 3, that this is a good connection to see or have some sort of reconciliation, in the sense of, let's start over. A new beginning. Forget the past. Well, talk about the past, but like a new, fresh start with this connection. It's okay to be a little bit guarded. It's okay to even be a bit pessimistic or see the worst in people. But I kind of, again, keep it balanced. What do you want to manifest? If that's you, where you're, again, very guarded and very protective and very, every little thing that they do, like you see, and, you know, people are not perfect. So what do you want? What are you manifesting, right? I don't want to go into this. Because again, I'm just seeing a lot. Yes, it's gonna be scary to open up, and yes, you might get hurt, but I definitely feel that this is, again, a wish fulfillment. In order to, you need to take risks. Again, does not mean that right from the get-go you should give them your key to your heart and then just go, Lindy told me that was all right. You know, take it step by step. But the first step is definitely like opening up, having a conversation with this person. I definitely feel, again, that this is a connection that really can go the long way, because I do that there is more maturity on both ends, as well as the desire to make it happen. So yeah, I kind of want to leave the reading here because I feel like the more I talk, the more I confuse you guys. So I am gonna leave it here. Again, I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed watching it, give the video a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for future readings, let me know as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go kick ass. I feel like you already kind of know the answers that you were looking for this reconciliation type thing. And that just means, again, opening up and going with the flow. So go do that. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go kick ass. You got this. And then hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading.